Hey, what's up? Just popping in with a quick video, and this video is gonna be a little different than some of my other videos, just like as far like for the subject. But I wanted to do this one actually about this video about flirting. I've been getting better at bantering with people, like flirting, for lack of a better word. Over like the last last half of a year since I've been living on my own, I became like more of my own person. So I would say like even like on this channel, like there's at least probably like maybe must have been like probably 5 to 10 beautiful women, maybe even a little bit more than that, maybe about 5, 10, or 12 beautiful women that I've advertised this channel to, that I've actually met in person, and that I've exchanged. That's like a way of like exchanging social media, like showing someone your channel or whatnot. But on top of that, I probably got like maybe I maybe exchanged phone numbers with like maybe like between like 5 or 7 beautiful women this so far this year, like 25. So maybe 5 or 7 beautiful women's phone numbers in 2027, and like some of them were like kind of like in places where it would be difficult to win a beautiful person's phone number in that setting, if you had set out to do that. Like if you were with some friends like somewhere, and they're like, oh, go try to get that girl's phone number real quick. Unless that's who you are, if you are that kind of person who engages people, where I engage people a lot in life, you could do it there. It wouldn't. That would be cramping my style to have friends with me in the first place, and then to go meet a girl, a woman, with my friends, they're egging me on. That's gonna change the interaction with the woman, and unless that's also who you are, and she likes who you are, for engaging people and for having people that would egg you on, that might work. But all I meant to say is, if you were to approach from that standpoint, it would be difficult to exchange information with a woman that quickly. But if it's who you are in life, then that's one setting is as good as another. And actually, sometimes the more difficult of the setting, or the more stuffy of the setting, or formal, it's actually the better setting, because the actual formality, the stuffiness, is the perfect contrast to humor, or just even engagement. Sometimes people appreciate engagement. And then also, like, I go places with a guitar because I think it's a grace. It's like a mercy, because like on the one hand, I think it's a good look for a person who might have a marginalized appearance like myself. It's a good look to have an instrument with you. And then also it's a bit, you're more of a musician because you're practicing more, and you're also practicing publicly, because there's a lot of, you think about how much you have to wait around for different stuff in life. That might actually be what's so cool about a guitar, is just that it's portable. We understand that like on a deep level. So you're getting better and you're getting realer at the same time. But it's also a good way to meet people, because like yesterday, another person that I showed that I exchanged social media information just for this YouTube. I was at a smoothie place, and I think that in India they talk about how there's actually different, it's appreciated that there's different meaning for anywhere that you would sit. So anywhere that you sit in life, the type of seat, the color of the seat, the placement of the seat, the purpose of the seat, the meaning of the seat, it actually affects your it affects the outcome of your where you're going on in life, what you have going on. It can be a function of seats. So some seats are very auspicious, that means like favorable and promising, and some of them are very inauspicious and unfortunate, certain seats. And if you look at your life, when you were having like really success in life, and when you were really maybe going through some difficulty, if you were to extrapolate what type of seats you've been on, where you were sitting, even that be a seat like in like, so you've been living in this situation and you've been trying to get out of this situation that long, but where do you normally sit when you sit in that place? It can actually be it's subtle, but it can actually be influencing some of your outcomes where you're sitting. So I think that the coolest people to ever be on earth must be beyond us now, because I would imagine there were cool people in the past than there are now, but more people were sitting. So I actually think that the ground is the best place to sit, even in a restaurant, even so, like, and also there's a lot of opportunities to wait around a lot, but it actually becomes fun because like my job is like doing deliveries, so I have to wait sometimes, and sometimes it can be inconvenient to wait, but it can also be a little bit challenging to wait because you have to wait around other people, and being around other people necessitates manners. So there's actually a degree of etiquette and manners even to waiting around, but it's just more graceful with the instrument, so you're getting better, and it's funner, and I enjoy it more. But with that, I was waiting for like a smoothie the other day, and I was so like there were I was the first one in the store, and then I go up to the person at the register, and I asked him for the healthiest thing on the menu, and he said that would have to be the greens and ginger, and I rocked with him on that because I'd actually ordered that before, not necessarily that being my first choice, but because it seemed the most healthy. But then some beautiful people came in behind me, and when that happened, I had to wait for my order because it's like a smoothie that's being made fresh, and then there's like a couple places to sit down, but actually I think there's something in the Bible where it says don't sit in the greatest seat, because it'll be embarrassing when someone more important comes behind you. So I was the first one in the shop, but had I sat in a nice comfortable seat, likely no one would have made an issue about it, but I would have yet been taking a seat from what had been some beautiful people and people that are younger than me. So instead I sat on the floor because it's actually better to hold a guitar, or you have to sitting pretzel style on the floor is a good angle to hold the Spanish guitar, because you're actually supposed to prop the guitar a little bit like at a 45-degree angle, according to some of the great resources on guitar, like Spanish guitar. But I think regular and acoustic guitar is like that too, where it's good to be at an angle like that. And part of that is like sitting pretzel style or crossing your legs if you're sitting upright, or beautiful. I was playing by myself and practicing and enjoying playing by myself, and then a very beautiful young woman is right next to me, right on my side, like sitting on the bench, but on the side, and she's like, "What you got cool to play for me?" So we were actually having like an interaction and engagement, where had I just been like, "Oh yeah, so I'm gonna go to this, I'm gonna go out to like where some people are hanging out." Now I'm getting to be like, I'm still in my 30s, but I'm getting to be more of a seasoned man. If I were to just go out and try to meet people, adults still, but meet people who are even young, and I just go there, me, myself, and my swag that might be older, that hasn't been updated in software, I'm gonna be awkward, or I'm not gonna have it's not gonna go over the same way. But I go there being myself, and I engage people, but in this sense, I had been engaged first, so sometimes it might be better. So what came first? The player or the game? What came first? The confidence or the introduction? And is it better to introduce yourself or to be approached? And so for all these people, for as much as they talk about how to approach people, I once had a person that said, "Oh, you should get up with people that teach people how to approach people." And I was like, what I realized is that you're doing better when you get approached, but you still have to be yourself to get approached. And so I was being myself, but I'm also comfortable engaging people. So we had a good interaction is all I had to say. But that's the type of stuff you get with the guitar. But all I meant to say is that I've been meeting more people like that, and sometimes exchanging numbers where it would have been difficult if I had set out to do that, and if that wasn't who I'm on as a baseline of who I am. So like I've met people like where it would have been difficult to meet people that quickly otherwise. But I meant to say, so I got one more with this one, but I wanted to talk a little bit about flirting like that, where it doesn't have to be your way of flirting, doesn't have to be what other people call flirting, or what even can be called flirting. It doesn't have to be that, but you can still have cool experiences and outcomes by being exactly who you are, is what I was trying to say with this one.